Okay, we're ready to go ahead and get started on the C chord right now. Hopefully you've messed around with that G chord for a little while, got yourself a little bit better intonation, meaning you've got a nicer tone, a richer tone with the chord that you're trying to construct, and we're ready to move on to the C chord. Okay? Now, if you remember our structure from the G chord, this is going to be really simple for you. Because what we're going to do, let's go ahead and start with our ring finger. Once again, right there, and we're going to place him right there on that second string on the third fret again. Okay? It's going to be a real familiar position for that finger. It's going to be a pivot point. It's going to work as an axis as we move throughout these chords. So go ahead, drop your pinky finger down behind him again. Okay? And then, if you remember the G chord, which is what we played here, we're going to do something very interesting. We're just going to go ahead and drop our index and our middle finger down a set of strings. So we've gone from G to being right here at C. And what that structure is we are placing our index finger right there on the fourth string, second fret, and we're placing our middle finger on the fifth string on the third fret. Now if you look at that real close, that looks a lot like this, doesn't it? So if we come down here and get our fingers positioned, once again, look at the curvature of your wrist, the arch of your fingers, and the same principles are going to apply, except with the C chord, we really only want to hit the fifth string down through the first string. Now, once again, just like we did with the G chord, let's check the intonation on that. Okay? Now, if you remember our troubleshooting from before, if you're getting any of that type of business going on, you're going to know how to go back and check that by checking the amount of pressure you have down in the fret, the position of your finger, and just kind of checking the arch to make sure that this finger is not actually touching one of the other strings. Okay? So now if we have enough pressure down on these two, on your first and your second string, it's going to work really well for you, because then we can go ahead and strum that out. Now take a good look again at the structure. Once again, ring finger. Let's kind of give our fingers a break there. If you're not used to playing the guitar, one of the things you're probably noticing, especially after working with that G chord, is your fingers are probably going to be sore along the tips, which is okay because you're working with steel strings, with brass strings. And until you get a little bit of callus build up there, it's probably going to be a little hard on your hands. So there might be some time in between lessons to give your fingers a little bit of a chance to kind of relax and toughen up there a little bit. So let's go ahead. Let's try to redo our structure again. Let's put our ring finger right there on the second string, third fret. That's our axis. Okay. Let's place our pinky or our little finger right there behind it. Let's go ahead and drop these two fingers down, very natural position. Index on the fourth string, second fret, and ring finger on the fifth string, third fret. Now, let's go ahead and check our intonation on that again. Just give a nice sweeping strum on that. Okay. Now that we've got that, let's try it again. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to try some rhythm and some timing with this chord. And it just goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm going to do is a down strum for each one of those, just to get you used to playing that chord. If it doesn't sound the best, if you don't have a very rich intonation, that's okay. We want to develop this rhythm with you, and that'll give you a chance to be strumming and think about the structure of your hand, what's going on over here. So just go ahead and I want you to kind of follow along with me once you catch the rhythm of it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. 2, 3, 4, and again. 2, 3, 4, and again. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Kind of listen to that. If you got a nice rich tone, that's great. Kind of bang around on there a little bit. Make some noise with that. Have some fun with it. That's what you got the guitar for. If you want to try going back to the G chord, I encourage you to do so. It's only going to help you grow and learn as you're beginning to play the guitar. So have some fun with it. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Praise the Lord with that instrument. And you're going to be ready to go ahead and move on to the next chord.